Get ready to build the city of the future. This is our review of Neotopia.
Neotopia is a tile placement action points game about building a futuristic city, and it wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be.
The theme makes it sound cooler than it is, but I still really enjoyed the abstract puzzle of it all. We'll tell you more about it after this quick how to play.
The game is played over a set number of rounds depending on player count.
Each player will take a turn and they must perform 3 actions.
Players can draw 1 project card or move 1 element tile from a factory into an adjacent region.
Players will try to form patterns in the regions that match the requirements on their own project cards.
When a player matches a project card, they'll play the card into the matching region and earn points in that region.
When factories become empty, they are replenished by production tiles.
When all the production tiles run out, players will take 1 more turn and then the game ends.
Players earn points for their largest grouping in each region, then add up the scoring from the regions. The player with the most points wins. We were sent a copy of Neotopia from Arcane Wonders so that we could do this review video.
If you'd like to find out more or buy a copy of the game, check out our links in the description below.
When we first heard about this game, it was, oh, Neotopia, you're building a city of the future. I was like, oh, it sounds great. I was like, oh, it's tile placement. Oh, maybe it's kind of like, oh, you're building a city by placing tiles. But really, it's just a strict abstract puzzle with a cool theme. The theme makes it really sound really cool. I still really like the puzzle, the abstract puzzle, because I like those types of games. So I was still really impressed with the fun mechanics of the game and how you have to think about the 3 different regions and playing everything. However, when I went into it, and my initial thought was, oh, this is gonna be really awesome. Future, sci-fi, I love that. But really, the theme could have been anything. The puzzle is still fun, even without the theme.
Yeah, with the unboxing and reading the back, honestly, what jumped in my head was just like, the future. I was just thinking about that more and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so fun, just because, I think we've been kind of honed in on time and future stuff that I'm like, oh, okay, let's see what's in the future now. So I really liked seeing people's different interpretations, if there's a story, whether like they made it up themselves or it follows some sort of canon that I've never heard about until now. I'd like to get into that a little bit. So production-wise, I like the tiles, I like the artwork and everything. It does look future-y, right? Like the outfits of some of these characters and everything. I like that, it's fun. It's just when we sat down, it's like, oh, okay, I got the red tile. Does that mean I can do like something super strong that's red related? And it's like, nah, you just put it down, try and touch other reds or match the pattern. So I was like, oh, cool.
The basic idea of the game is you're getting production cards, which look like this. So on the production card, there's artwork and there's points that you're gonna get for it. What you're looking at is up here. These are the patterns that you have to make with the element tiles. The element tiles are the 4 different color circles that you're gonna play. There's green, there's blue, there's red, and there's purple. And you play them in 3 different regions. And if you match up this pattern in that region, you play the card in that region, and then you'll get the points and you move up the points. However, what you're also thinking about is at the end, you'll get points for your largest grouping of your color. So I would be the red player, so I'd get the largest grouping of red. Lee would be the blue player, he'd get the largest grouping of blue, and you add those points. Plus, when you're scoring, your lowest scored region will be multiplied by 2, and then you add that to the other one. So you really have to think about, okay, well, I'm building up here, so I'm gonna get those extra 5 points because I have 5 red tiles touching, so I'll get those points later in the game. So maybe I don't need to play that card there, maybe I play it over here. So there is a lot to think about while you're playing it, and I really like that abstract thinking. However, at no point was I thinking, oh yeah, I'm in the future. I was just thinking, oh, this is a fun tile placement puzzle game. I really enjoyed this, but the theming was still lost the entire time.
Talking about the tile placement now, I think it's really engaging mentally, like a lot of puzzle games are, because you're sitting here and you're like, okay, that pattern, all right, that doesn't work, all right, that pattern. So you're kind of moving the tiles around in your mind to see how you can make it. I think that really flexes the brain muscle, but then also there's like other kind of semi-transparent tiles on the borders that like, oh yeah, I forgot, you can do that too. So that's also kind of fun. I don't want you to think that just because, oh, it wasn't like future and yada yada, like I didn't like it. I did like it, it's on me for the expectations or how high I built it in the very beginning.
The tiles that you're choosing from the play come from the factories, which are the slivers that are sticking out, and you gotta choose them in the adjacent regions. So if there's a color over here, I couldn't play it on the exact opposite side of it. It'd have to be in one of the two neighboring regions. So that can lead to a little bit of, oh, I need to do this and I don't have the tiles that I need. So there are some restrictions. Sometimes it's fun because it's like, oh, okay, I got to really think about it. Other times when the production tiles never have the color that you need, or a player chooses the factory to reset and then the color that you need goes over there, it can be a little frustrating, which I understand is the concept of these types of puzzle games, is you need to have those complications to really figure out, oh, how can you get those points? But when it happens over and over and over again, at a point, you're like, all right, there needs to be some kind of measure in the game that can stop that. And I know that they have these bonus tiles that can let you choose a tile from the pool to play whatever, any color that you want, or another one that lets you get multiple production cards and different bonus tiles that you can do. So those are there. I just don't feel like there's enough of a stopgap there to really hone in on I need these tiles in order to actually have a chance at this game, and I'm just not getting it. So that can lead to some players being like, I didn't really enjoy it because I couldn't do anything.
I felt that intuitively, or just it felt more just like an intro level puzzle game. So, you know, if you're too heavy into theming, or you want to be able to do like 8 or 10 moves, this was just like 2 moves, right? And you get 3 action points. So you can do 1 move 3 times, 1, 2, 2, or the other move 3 times. Plays pretty quickly too, depending on the number of players. So
yeah, it definitely plays quickly depending on the number of players. You'll have different production tiles, which will reset the factories with more element tiles that you can then keep playing. So the more players you have, the more times it's going to reset. So the more rounds that you'll have. Rounds really is kind of not the right word, because you keep playing and then you reset them. So you can end up resetting 3 factories in 1 round, or you can go around multiple times without resetting anything. Once you run out of production tiles, then each player takes 1 last turn, then the game ends and you end up scoring.
So I know how I said I thought it was like a light game, a light puzzle game, or an intro. However, the more you play it and you see the different mechanics and how they mesh together, like, you start noticing the strategy more. So there definitely is depth here. You just got to give it some time.
I agree. What I really enjoy about this game is it's a good intro game. Anybody can really pick this up and play it. It doesn't take that much to learn, but once you know how to play the game, it takes a lot to become a master of it. And this one, I feel like the more that you play it, every time you play it, like, oh, that's what I could do next time. Oh, that's what I could do when this happens. Oh, that's what I can do in the future. So I feel like there's a lot to this game. What did you not like about this game?
I think it's just going to go back to the theming. Like, really, this could have been like 5 different bacterias that you got to touch together, or 5 different diamonds, or, you know, it could have been really any theming, and it would have been like, oh, okay, kudos for grabbing me on that that futuristic city building kind of thing.
Each time that we played, the first player to go won. There's a huge advantage to going first because of how the tiles are replenished with the production tiles. No matter what we were trying to do, no matter what level of skill player was playing, whoever went first always won. So I'm sure that if we played this game enough, that would probably break up. However, no other game that we've ever played have we played it at least 5 times when the first player won all 5 games. So I felt that was an anomaly. So that's something I didn't like about this. I feel like there's heavily weighted to the person who goes first.
Overall, the board, the tiles, the box, it all drew me in. And so I really like that. I'm like, oh, what's this going to be? But then it ended up being like just, oh, puzzle. So once again, that's on me for high expectations, or for blowing it out of proportion in my mind. But I still enjoyed the puzzle. We've got a lot of puzzle games. We've played puzzle games. So I'll probably give this one a 5.
Overall, I really enjoyed this game. I like the puzzle aspect. I wish the theme came into it more. It could have been anything, but I really enjoyed the puzzle. I do want to keep playing it to see if the first player will always continue to keep winning and if there is that huge advantage for the first player. But I do like the puzzle aspect of it, so I hope that eventually that'll even out because I do really enjoy this game. Overall, I'm going to give it a 7. And that was our review of Neotopia.
What'd you think? You ready to build up your game collection? Let us know in the comments below.
Once again, we'd like to thank Arcane Wonders for sending us a copy so that we could do this review video. And if you'd like to find out more information or buy a copy, check out the links in our description below. And if you're enjoying our content, please like this video, subscribe to our channel.
Until next time, I'm Ali.
And I'm Kenny, and go party like a board gamer.